Sid, let's just talk a little bit about these terrifying pictures. This is an engine failure. This is not an aircraft failure.
Absolutely. I mean, this is an engine failure with one specific type of engine that powers older generation Boeing 777 aircraft.
So is it going to be a lingering concern for Boeing, or is this kind of like a one-off, they deal with it, move on?
It's still early days, but Boeing has supported the decisions by the FAA as well as the regulators in Japan with grounding the plane while they come to the sort of root cause of what's behind the issues with the engine. And United in the U.S. has halted operations of 24 planes in the wake of the incident, while the FAA has ordered blade checks on the PW4077 engines, which were the particular engines affected in this incident.
Let's just talk a little bit about what this means. This is a very old aircraft. It's a Pratt engine that is very old as well. In terms of the impact on airlines that are operating it, what is it? Many of these aircraft are already parked in the deserts. Not many of them are flying. Are we overdoing this as a narrative that could ultimately affect Boeing?
I think it is. It's important to look at the sort of scale of the problem. I mean, essentially, there's about 60 aircraft in service and another 60 in storage of this particular variant that's powered by this particular engine. That's still a drop in the ocean compared to the overall number of Boeing 777s out there. So, yes, it is a very small subset of Boeing 777s that are affected by this issue. And it will sort of remain to be seen as to what the recommendations that emerge from the regulators as to how these problems arose and also what the solutions are really.
I guess I think the problem becomes is that when we have video like this where you have part of the engine just dropping from the sky, it's hard to then separate it from the Boeing name, which brings us to where is Boeing at in terms of the recovery, in terms of its own reputational damage?
At the moment, Boeing's just dusting itself off from almost 2 years of grounding for its best-selling 737 MAX jet. And that was following two fatal crashes, one in Indonesia as well as Ethiopia. And regulators across the world are just allowing the plane to come back into service. So essentially, Boeing is dealing with a number of issues, and it's been really bad timing for them because they've just got done with the 737 MAX issue, and they're just bringing that plane back into service. Although this is, again, a small subset of the overall 777 population, so it is not really a large number of aircraft.
Just in terms of the impact that this will have on Airbus versus Boeing, Airbus has had problems, but nothing like what Boeing has experienced over the last few years. Some of this may have come about by poor judgment, some of it may be poor luck. Sid, in terms of what this is going to mean in terms of aircraft orders going forward, will there be an impact? Does the name Boeing sort of generate some sort of discount now?
I think that might be oversimplifying the issue. I think that at the moment, both plane manufacturers are struggling to deliver aircraft to customers who are struggling with the COVID-19 pandemic and the recovery of the international aviation industry. So I think it's still early days, and it remains to be seen as to whether or not customers come back for Boeing aircraft as well as Airbus. But I think the jury's still out there.